Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Breakdown with Bethany. I'm Bethany Silva, and today my guest is Eva Diva. That's right. I'm talking to Eva Marcille from America's Next Top Model, The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 4. We're going to be talking all about how she keeps her kids healthy year-round since they suffer from allergies, and the legacy that she hopes to instill in her children that was inspired by Tyra Banks. So you're definitely going to want to check it out. Take a look.
Thank you for having me and congratulations on your podcast.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's definitely a dream come true. And actually, I want to jump right in because when I was preparing for the podcast, I asked my coworkers over at mom.com, like, I'm talking to Eva, like, what do you guys want to know? And like across the board, they're like, she comes across so confident and just so like I don't know, magnetic. And I know you're a mom of 3, and I'm wondering, how do you instill that confidence in your own kids?
As a mother of 3, I love my babies. My babies are my entire world. And, as a mom, all we can do is the best that we can do. We do the best with what we have. And when it comes to my kids, I pour every single thing, every ounce of everything I have into them. Everything I do is for my children. And so that's why I love your podcast. The fact that you have something just specifically concentrated on us moms and the time that we spend to make sure our kids are okay. Even the reason why I'm here today, when I look at my kids, 9 years old, 5 years old, and 3 years old, and they are the light of my life. They're getting big and they suffer from seasonal allergies, but they love playing outside. Even though they have everything they could ever dream of inside the house to play with, my kids are get me on the grass kind of kids. And because they have seasonal allergies, I find them having the sniffles more often than a mom would desire. As a mom, the worst thing you can do is see your kids in pain or uncomfortable or anything of that nature. So I am so excited to partner with Children's ZYRTEC. It's also partnered with the American Youth Soccer Organization and their amazing program called Kicking It on the Green. So what they do is they fund fields all over the communities in the United States, especially where I live in Atlanta. Because the reality is all kids deserve to play outside, right? Most kids want to, but all kids at least deserve to. But not all kids can, because not all communities are conducive for that. So I'm elated about this partnership with Children's ZYRTEC, which, by the way, as a mom, it's like the easiest thing to give your kids. So my kids have sniffles all the time. Oh, it's so frustrating.
I know my kids are the same way. Sorry to interrupt, but like we use ZYRTEC, and also I'm from New York City, so I totally get that aspect of like wanting to play outside and not, always being able to. So I really, really love this partnership.
That is so cool. And then the pollen count, like how do you know if the pollen count is going to be high today or not? Well, ZYRTEC has an allergy cast app that tells you like what the pollen's going to look like today. So you make sure you pack, or you make sure you give your child who is showing you symptoms of allergies, which is usually runny nose, runny eyes, red eyes. It's great. It's 24 hours active. It is super strong the first use. So as soon as you give your children's ZYRTEC, it's a chewable. So you don't have to worry about liquid spilling in your bag. You don't have to worry about them swallowing a pill and icky. They think they're eating candy. Mom's happy. Kids aren't sniveling. The whole world is good. I love this program.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like you got it made with the ZYRTEC. I mean, my older son suffers really badly from seasonal allergies, and it's just horrible to, like, as a mom, to like watch them suffer because it's like relentless. It's not just like a cold. It's like it goes on and on and on. Yeah.
Seasonal allergies are the thing and it happens all year long. In the spring, there's certain kind of pollens. In the summer, you get different pollen. Same thing with the fall and the winter. So the beauty is, if you're going on a trip, say like your summer trip, I don't know if your kids have started school yet or not. Mine just started. So you did a fun trip in LA, but we live in Atlanta. Soon as we landed in LA, everyone's nose just started dripping. Everyone's just dripping. And I wiped their nose and I'm like, what is going on here? Ding, popped in my head. Obviously, the pollen count is high. Had my children's ZYRTEC right in the bag. easy. They thought they were eating candy. They felt like it was a treat. Next thing you know, no one's nose is sniveling. And as soon as we got to our rental house, they were on the field playing, kicking the ball around. So it works really well.
I love that. And you did mention, so my kids aren't back to school yet. We actually have till after Labor Day. So I'm struggling
Do
right
you?
now. Yeah. New York and the East Coast. Well, I mean, Atlanta's technically, I guess, the East Coast, but I guess the South. But up north, the Northeast, they don't go back to after Labor Day. So
I know, but you're going to miss it though, because as soon as my kids went back to school, I was so excited. I was like, they're back to school. And then like 2 days into them being back to school, you start missing the cuddles, the just out of nowhere, mommy, can I give you a hug? Mommy, love you. Just the little things in the day. So enjoy your time with them. Make sure they get outside as much as they can, because when they get back to school after Labor Day, that weather does change in New York.
absolutely.
You get different kind of allergies, but right now it's still sunny. It's still amazing. You get the beautiful golden hour of the day still with the sunset. The sun sets later, and let them play outside. Pack your children's ZYRTEC just in case the snivels come on, and enjoy the rest of your summer.
Yeah, you said it. I definitely will. But I'm also wondering, because you have kids, you have, like you said, you have the 9-year-old and you have, younger kids. What does back to school look like for you guys? I mean, like what are you shopping for? What are the routines in your household?
So back to school, a lot of groceries,
Yeah.
a lot of groceries, a lot of socks. Like I said, the kids, they're playing all day. So as soon as they get in the house, for your kids that have allergies, I would give you a go-to tip. Make sure you have your ZYRTEC on deck, but also make sure as soon as the kids come in, you change them out of those clothes, you wash them. So don't wait till after dinner, because all those allergens are getting around your house. As soon as they come in the house, put them in the tub, take those clothes, throw them in the washer machine, make sure they're straight. Having 3 kids and want to make sure that, are they allergies, or is it actually a cold? Did they contract something? The easiest way to mitigate that is to keep everything as clean as you can.
Got
So
it.
try to keep it clean. I try to keep a nice routine. They go to sleep at the same time every night. They get up same time every morning. And I do my nose check, my eyes check to make sure if anyone's sniveling this morning or not, who needs their allergy medicine, who needs their children's ZYRTEC. Give them their ZYRTEC, give them a great breakfast, and then they're off for the day. For 24 hours, no more medicine necessary, no more snivels. They can go and learn and excel and be the best that they can be.
I love that. And are you finding that you have a little bit more time for, your own self-care, and what does that look like for you?
I do. I don't know if I want it though. I love my time with my kids right now. If they're at that good age that like you can see them literally transitioning. Like my oldest just went from the 3rd grade to the 4th, and she's like this little lady, like right in front of my eyes. Oh my goodness. I remember she used to be a little bean. I used to call her my little bean. And now she's a big, big, long string bean. Oh my God. It makes me so sad, but happy at the same time.
That's amazing. And of course, you're known, not only for like, your amazing like work ethic and all of the things that, you stand for. You're really a pillar of positivity, but of course we really want to know those beauty secrets too, Eva. Like what is your
Beauty secrets?
yeah.
You know, I think the key to looking youthful and beautiful is clean skin and clear eyes. I think if the whites of your eyes are clear, which oftentimes mine are because I use regular ZYRTEC because I have crazy allergies.
Okay.
But when my eyes are bright and my skin is clean, then I think that's your key to looking beautiful. Everyone is a flower of their own. I call myself a sunflower. It's an odd flower, but it's still beautiful in and of itself. And my key is really just keeping my skin clean. I wash twice a day. I make sure I use products that work well for me. Don't wear a lot of makeup unless I absolutely have to. And you can tell when I'm either tired or my allergies are kicking because my eyes get red. And the red eyes make you look a little bit older. So
Yeah.
my key is making sure my allergies are under control.
I love that. I love that. And looking back, you've been out there for a little while, like, and I'm wondering
20 years.
I love it though. I mean, I was watching you on America's Next Top Model. I remember that season so clearly. I mean, you made a real impact. And I'm wondering, like, what would you hope, and especially as a mom of three, like when you look back on your professional legacy, of course you have all your personal triumphs and tribulations that you've gone through, but if you look back on sort of this professional legacy, and what would you hope that really is, like, what are you sort of hoping to pass down to your kids when it comes to like what you stand for, what your message is?
That's a good question. I want my legacy to be partly what I think Tyra started Top Model for, which was to highlight all forms of beauty, to get outside of a standard and a box of what beauty looks like, what dimensions are supposed to look like, this classic beauty, whatever that is, to dismantle that entire system and create a world where young people, my kids, your beautiful self, people that I don't know that I interact with on social media, that they realize that they are beautiful exactly how they are. They don't need anything else. They don't have to transform their hair. They don't have to transform their outfits or their bodies. It's all about how you feel on the inside. And so it's more so the renewing of your mind. I just want to be a person that leaves a legacy of positivity and that redefined what beauty looks like.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And also tell us also what's next. I know you did Ultimate Girls Trip. Tell us a little bit about that, and then what's on the horizon for you.
So right now, I know you guys are all aware that we are in the middle of a crazy strike, the writer's strike. And as an actor, I'm standing in solidarity with the writer's strike, which means no TV shows right now. Not that they don't exist, because obviously I have shows on the air right now, but there's no promotion that I'm doing in solidarity, standing with the writers that work so hard. When you think about being a mom, it's like a television show. There's so many pieces that go into what parenting looks like. So for a television show, there's so many pieces that go into it. And the writers are so important. And all the people that play in the background, if it's not for them, the front ground doesn't matter. And so standing in solidarity during this strike as a union worker, and then even seeing like Bethany Frankel trying to unionize, reality television, I think it's so amazing. I think it's so necessary. If you think about it, I did Top Model 20 years ago. And though I do scripted work, it has nothing to do with working on that show. But the beauty is when you look back at it, like Housewives, they're all moms on the show. That's what the show is about. It's like the modern day mother, what that looks like. And I just stand in solidarity with my actors and all the entertainers out there. I think there's this idea that everyone's rich. They're not. We might be rich in love, we might be rich in spirit, but mortgages cost. And a lot of us are parents and we're trying to figure it out between the snivels and allergies and how we're going to take care of our families. So just trying to stay positive at this time and, stand with all of those that might have a little bit more of a struggle than I'm having.
I know. I actually just saw the statement that Billy Porter put out about his having to sell his home. Is very heartbreaking. So
it's so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And I mean, as a mom, Billy, I can only imagine how many people Billy Porter supports and helps, how many households he helps and supports. But I just know for myself, me and my 3 little ones and our turtle, that they are my life. And so to be in a space where you're not allowed to work it's pretty difficult.
Well,
but it does give me time to play with my baby.
I know, but let's hope that it gets resolved soon and that everybody, it works for everybody's benefit. I think we owe, the writers, entertainment writers and actors so much, like as a civilian, someone I rely on you guys to like take me out of my like crazy bubble for a minute to give me some entertainment and some laughter. So let's hope it all gets resolved soon.
It'll get resolved soon. And in the meantime, we're going to be on the fields kicking it. I'll be outside playing with the kids. It gives me more time to hang out with them. They're in every sport that you can name. My youngest is playing soccer now. God, Maverick calls, I'm kicking spot. I'm going to kick spot. So it gives me time to run outside and kind of try to stay young. I mean, it was 20 years ago. So between the kids playing, children's ZYRTEC, making sure the snowballs aren't there. I could sit back and watch them have a good time. I count it all joy.
I love it. Eva, thank you so, so much for your time. Wishing you the best, rest of your summer and back to school season and, forever. Wishing you the best forever.
Thank you. And I wish you the best time before your kids go back to school. Enjoy them while you're in New York. And don't forget to get your children's ZYRTEC because I promise you're going to need it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.